I awoke this morning to find this part printed out on my little Cocoon Create with my little jimmied up heated bed. I was really pushing the overhangs on this. You can see there's a little bit of a dropped overhang there. This is a new printhead design for the Delta. I'm trying to incorporate quite a lot of things all in one thing. When I say things, a lot of features all in one thing. I've got the, you can see the top here, the vent duct, a bit of stringing from the PETG, but it seems to be unavoidable. So I've got the main cooling fan on the front here. And the sides here are for, obviously the blowers for the cooling of the tip. Now I made a small error in the design, but it might have actually worked in my favour. There's meant to be a tiny little hole up here to ventilate out, but it's only about 1 millimetre thick. I'll probably just drill that out. I'll have a look, I'll show you on the computer what it looks like. Okay, so here you can see the part rotating. You can see the bit of a red inline. That's the hole penetration, which I didn't do. But as this is the first print, just to see if I got the design right, yeah, I'm happy to jimmy up a few parts, drill a hole here and there, file a bit off. I just want to see the concept to see if it's the right idea. But in any case, what I have here is the first test of that. I've got to yet put it into the Delta and see how it goes. But I'm very happy with the fact that I was able to do the overhangs. So there are a few tricks you can do with overhangs. Let me just pause this. Okay, you can see here the 45-degree angle. That was deliberate so as to give me support for this edge, because otherwise this would be freestanding. I mean, it's good structurally for the unit anyway. But that produced a pillar on this side and a pillar on that side to support the span of that bridging. Now unfortunately I didn't have the hole that you can see there put in. I'll just move that in a different orientation. This hole here is what I didn't have punched in. But all the rest of the design's okay. I'll have to probably cut that out with a Dremel or a drill or something. Doesn't matter, I can make it go. But the rest of it should be okay. I'm lucky enough that the, like the axial flow fan here, a typical muffin fan, 40mm, has got different hole centerings to the centrifugal fans which get mounted here. I'll just grab one of those centrifugal fans so you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so one of these little guys, there's the outlet, on focus, there's the outlet, and that'll be going in that orientation in the unit. Okay, I'll grab the axial flow fan. Now the axial flow fan, one of these guys, goes on in that location. So you can see this is to cool the back end of the printhead. Of course this is upside down. This is inverted so I can put it on the printer properly. What the real orientation would be something like this. Let me just see that. Oops, get that around there. Need to free up the hand. Okay, so this would be the normal orientation in the machine. I've actually done this in two parts. This is actually a separate part from that, but left together, Slicer will assume them as one part. It's quite nice that way. I'll just make this top part invisible so you can see what I'm talking about. As you can see, it's done as two separate parts. And you can see the, actually I might just finish that process. What do I have there? Okay, sorry about that. You can see the interplay between the various holes. That orientation there. Actually, what is that part? I don't know what that is. I'll have to sort that out. Alright, well, let's have a look at the real part. Now here it is as one part. I've got to clean the dags off it, but it seems to have printed very nicely. One thing I do like about this little Cocoon, it's quite a precise little machine. In spite of all the stringing, it's actually quite a good print job. And there you can see the hole I've forgotten, focus. But the bridging was pretty good, yeah. I can even see a bit of daylight through there, I think. Is that what you can see? No. Yeah, I'll clean that up and see how we go. Okay, so you can see, focus. You can see the awkward stringiness underneath there. But considering how that span's been built up, I'm pretty happy with that print. It'll do the job. I just did not want to use any support material. To that end, even this area here has been, focus, This area here has been chamfered off so as to facilitate the printing of this object without needing to put supports in. And that area there I'm quite happy to lose because it's basically a hole anyway. But you can see that 45-degree angle has been printed quite well, and the ducting, I'll call it, is also printed okay. Now I'm quite happy to file off this top edge to adjust for the height of the actual printing tip. Let's just have a look at what it's replacing. Okay, now this thing's been evolving steadily. The compressed air cooling idea works very well. The only thing I do find is I haven't worked out a good way of getting two-sided cooling in a way that I'm happy with. But this volcano head's working well. So what I've decided to do is go the other way, not try and get extreme temperatures out of this unit, and I'm using PETG. I've steered away from ABS, so I don't need quite the crazy, the bed temperature doesn't have to be so crazy. In any case, let's have a look. This is replacing that, so I won't be using compressed air focus. I won't be using compressed air to cool all this, but I'll get much better blowing, cooling blowing onto the print. Let's see what this thing weighs, just to see what my weight penalty is with this design. That assembly there was 50 grams, plus this is probably closer to about 80 grams all up, on top of the actual print gear. So let's see what this weighs. Right, it's measuring in grams. We have 58 grams, well that's quite a success. So I'm 8 grams heavier than the other unit. I'll just get a couple of fans, see what that adds up to. Okay, so you can see the unit plus the extra fans is a total of 95 grams. I'm pretty happy with that because that's very minimal moving mass on the print head. So I'm hoping that's going to give me good performance, keep that acceleration capacity really quite high. Well, I guess that's it. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, ask a question, leave a comment. Bye for now.